So 11th standard, this video is for 11th standard, third unit. We are teaching the lesson Forgetting, okay, by Robert Lind. Okay, so from the titles we might have understood what the author is coming to tell, that we all have a virtue. Virtue means what? Virtue means character. Okay, it's one of the character virtue. Okay, I didn't write, I think so. Okay, virtue means a character that we have a tendency to forget. We have a tendency to forget. Okay, so that is what Robert Lind has created, and he has analyzed what all things that human forget in his life. Okay, so from the past video also we have seen first part, and we are going to see the second part. As for leaving articles in trains and in taxis, I am no great delinquent in such matters. I can remember almost anything except books and walking sticks, and I can often remember even books. Okay, so what he is telling is, as for leaving articles in trains and in taxis, while traveling in trains and in taxis, when they come out of the taxi or train, okay, he is no delinquent. Delinquent means what? A person who is doing wrong. Okay, young person who is making mistakes. So Robert Lind is telling that I am not that kind of person, except that of forgetting. Okay, he is telling that except that of forgetting walking sticks, books, and those things. Okay, those things he forget. Walking sticks, books, and all. Youngsters, they forget. Mostly he is saying I forget. Okay, walking sticks, I find it quite impossible. Walking stick, the walking stick. He's saying that he is frequently losing a walking stick. Okay, we'll see in the next line. Walking sticks, I find it quite impossible to keep. I have an old-fashioned taste for them, and I buy them frequently. So he is buying them frequently means what? We come to understand this. Robert Lind has he easily forgets the walking stick. Okay, he easily forgets the walking, so that is why he is buying them frequently. Okay, but no sooner do I pay a visit to a friend's house or go a journey in a train. Okay, no sooner, as soon as he goes and visit a friend or he is having a journey in a train, and we can see Robert Lind definitely missing forgetting. I mean, he is forgetting the walking stick. So automatically he buys a new stick. Okay, that is what. No sooner do I pay a visit to a friend's house or go a journey in a train, then another stick is on its way. Another stick is on his way into the world of the lost. I dare not carry an umbrella. So he is completely accepting, he is admitting that he does not have the dareness to carry an umbrella, because he naturally has the tendency to forget it. Okay, because the sense of forgetting. Okay, I dare not carry an umbrella for fear of losing it. To go through life without ever having lost an umbrella. To go through life without ever having lost an umbrella, has even the grimmest jawed umbrella carrier ever achieved this? Grimmest means what? A person who is having the worst quality of a umbrella. Even that person, as he is telling very surely, that person might have forgot, okay, the umbrella. Okay, that is, even if it is a bad quality, he has a tendency. Okay, he has a nature to lose it. Okay, that is why he is putting a question. To go through life without ever having an umbrella, ever having lost an umbrella throughout life, definitely one person will definitely forget an umbrella. That is what he is coming to tell on the whole. Okay, few of us, however, have lost much property on our travels through forgetfulness. The ordinary man arrives at his destination with all his bags and trunks safe. The ordinary man, okay, he is reaching his destination. Destination means what? Destination means reaching place. Okay, he is reaching his destination place. Destination means what? The reaching place with all his bags and trunks. Trunks means what? Big boxes. Okay, so properly. The list of articles lost in trains during the year suggests that it is the young rather than the adult. Okay, the list of articles which is lost in the year, it is giving a suggestion that it is a young person. It is a young person who have lost many things when comparing to the adult person. When compared to the great big persons, young persons have lost many articles. Okay, so that is what he is asking us to think about it. Okay, adult who forget things, and that sportsman, particularly, especially the sportsman. Okay, and he is giving the reason why sportsmen they forget things. Okay, that the sportsmen have worse memories than their ordinary serious minded fellows. The sportsman has worse memories comparing to the ordinary persons. Okay, a considerable number. Considerable means what? Approximately a number. Okay, and approximately quantity. Okay, a number of articles have been lost by sportsmen. Okay, why means what? Look, a considerable number of footballs and cricket bats, for instance, were forgotten. This is easy to understand. For boys returning from the games have their imagination still filled with the vision of the playing field, and their heads are among the stars. Okay, or their hearts in their boots. Okay, so we can see a sportsman, his mind after returning from the game, okay, his mind will be completely abstracted in the field. Okay, like physically present, mentally absent. He'll be mentally in the sports, he'll be mentally in the ground, and he will be recollecting his games. Okay, recollecting his skills, how he played. Okay, recollecting his exploits. Exploits means what? Exploits means skills, heroic acts which he performed in the ground. Okay, skills, heroic acts, feats which he has performed in the ground will be keeping on running in his mind. It will be preoccupied in his mind. So that is the reason he forgets. Football will be forgotten. Football will be forgotten, or a bat will be forgotten, or a ball will be forgotten, because he will be thinking, his mind will be full of imaginations of the ground and the skills that he has to perform or he might have performed. Okay, so those are the things makes him forget. Okay, that is what. This is easy to understand. For boys returning from the games have their imagination still filled with the vision of the playing field, and their heads are among the stars. All the people are watching them, okay, playing, or their hearts in their boots. Okay, as they recall their exploits, their exploits means what? The skill, the talent, how they are exploited, how they used in the ground. Okay, exploits or their errors, mistakes, the mistakes. They are abstracted. Abstracted means what? Abstracted means absent-minded. Okay, abstracted means they are absent-minded. Abstract. They do not know what is happening around. Okay, they will be sitting here and thinking. Okay, they will be among their players, but they will be always in imagination, thinking about the games. Okay, memories prevent them from remembering to do such small prosaic things. Prosaic things means what? This collecting the bats, footballs, those kit, okay, sports kit and all. Okay, they forget. Okay, because those are all dull and routine things. Okay, prosaic means what? Prosaic means dull, routine things like collecting the things, bats, balls and everything to the ground, wherever they go and wherever they come. So it is a dull, routine thing. So they forget it normally. They forget it normally because their mind is preoccupied. Okay, as they take the ball or bat with them when they leave the train. For the rest of the day, they are the citizens of dreamland. The same may be said, no doubt, of anglers. Anglers means what? Fishermen. Anglers means what? Fishermen. Anglers means what? Another name for fishermen. Okay, what Robert Lind is telling, that they forget the fishing rod itself. The fishing rod itself, and they come out with a different story. Okay, by Robert Lind. Okay. See, a person is going to catch a fish, has to take a rod, and he is coming home forgetting the rod also. Fishing rod also means imagine. So, okay, you have to imagine that how much imagination. He has a great imagination that he has to catch a lot and lots of fish. That is what this paragraph is coming to tell. For the rest of the day, they are the citizens of dreamland. The same may be said, no doubt, of anglers. Anglers means fishermen who forget their fishing rods. Anglers are generally said, I do not know with what justification, to be the most imaginative of men. He is telling, comparing the most superlative degree. He is giving the first superiority and first respect, I think so, to this person who forgets. Okay, the most imaginative of men, and the man who is inventing magnificent lies. Magnificent means what? Something great. Okay, magnificent means what? Great lie. Okay, great lies on the journey home after a day's fishing. Okay, after a day's fishing is bound to be a little absent-minded in his behavior. The fishing rod of reality is forgotten by him as he daydreams over the fears of the fishing rod of utopia. Fishing rod of utopia means what? Imaginary land. Utopia means it is termed as imaginary land. Okay, so fishing for a person, anglers, those who are going for fishing, we do not know what sort of imagination he is being filled with. Okay, he forgets the fishing rod itself. That is why he is telling the most imaginative men. His loss of memory is really a tribute to the intensity of his enjoyment in thinking about his day's sport. Sport means what? Fishing is a sport. Okay, so his intensity of enjoyment of fishing, he is having a lots and lots of enjoyment in fishing. Okay, which makes him forget the fishing rod itself. He may forget his fishing rod as the poet may forget to post a letter. A poet, if we ask a poet to post a letter, it is quite impossible, because the poet's mind also will be filled with lots and lots of words. What? Imagination. Poet means what? It is full of imagination. Out of his imagination only he can compose a poem. So if I go and ask a poet to post a letter, it is definitely impossible, because he will forget, because his mind will be always thinking about words. Okay, how to frame a poem, okay, how to make a poem, how to compose a poem, what words can I put, what words can I take out. Okay, so this is what his imaginations would be. So automatically it is quite impossible. It might be a foolish thing to ask a poet to post the letter. That is why he is telling the poet may forget to post a letter, because his mind is filled with matter more glorious. Glorious means what? Victorious. Because in what intention he might write a poem? He might write a poem in order to become victorious. Victorious means what? One who gains victory. His poem should be read by many people and it should attain fame. Okay, attain fame. It should become a famous poem. So his intention will be like that. That kind of person, if I go and ask him to post a letter, I think you are the stupidest person in the world. That is what is coming, matter more glorious. Okay. Absent-mindedness of this kind seems to me all but a virtue. As I told you before itself, that it is a virtue. Virtue means what? It's a character. What do you mean by virtue? Like love, forgetting, thinking. Those and all are characters of a human being. Okay, so that is what virtue. The absent-minded man is often a man who is making the best of life and therefore has no time to remember the mediocre. So what Robert Lind is telling is, the absent-minded man is probably the best man. Then is absent-minded man is often a man who is making the best of life. Something who is doing good in life, something which is trying to achieve great in his life. That person would be an absent-minded mind. For example, the poet, his mind will be always filled with thoughts in order to compose a poem. So automatically he has a tendency of forgetting many things. Okay, so who would have trusted? That is why he is putting a question: who would have trusted Socrates or Coleridge to post a letter? Who would have trusted? No one would have trusted asking Coleridge. Coleridge is a great poet. Okay, and Socrates also is a great philosopher. Okay, who would go and ask those persons to post a letter because they have souls, they had souls about such things. Their thought and their mind will be filled with imaginations, philosophical things. So, who would ask Socrates or Coleridge to post a letter? The question whether the possession of a good memory is altogether desirable has often been discussed, and men with fallible memories have sometimes tried to make out a case for their superiority. The question whether the possession of a good memory, possession means what? Possession means owns. One who has, he said, I possess a car. Okay, I possess a beautiful face. Possess means have or has. Okay, I own, I possess a car, I possess a house, possess. Okay, the question whether the possession of a good memory is altogether desirable has often been discussed. And men with fallible memories, fallible means what? One who makes mistakes. Okay, one who makes a lot of men with fallible memories have sometimes tried to make out a case for their superiority. A man, they say, who is a perfect remembering machine is seldom a man of the first intelligence. Okay, so what Robert Lind is telling, a person who is having a perfect remembering machine is completely, absolutely not a person of intelligence. That is what he is telling. A person might have good memory, okay, that person will not have a proper, he would not be intelligent. That is what he is telling. He might be having memory, but he might not be an intelligent person. That is what he is coming to tell in the following lines. Okay, a man, they say, who is a perfect remembering machine is seldom a man of the first intelligence, and they quote various cases of children or men who had marvelous memories and who yet had no intellect to speak of. Okay, they had marvelous memories, but if we ask them to speak, they will not be able to speak. But they have good memories. I imagine, however, that on the whole, the great writers and great composers of music have been men with exceptional powers of memory. So he is telling that those music composers and great writers, they have exceptional skills. Exceptional means what? Extraordinary. They have extraordinary sense of memory. Okay, that is why he is telling. Than the stockbrokers. Stockbrokers means what? In a shop we can see stockbrokers. He will collect. He will be having a list. He will be having a tomato. So much package, onion, so much packages. So that is what stockbrokers. Okay, he'll be having all the things in his memory. Okay, so what Robert Lind is telling, the poet and music composers are greater than the stockbrokers. That is how he is finishing. They have exceptional powers of memory. The poets I have known have had better memories than the stockbrokers I have known. Memory indeed is half the substance of their art. So memory is also an art. Keeping memories in your mind is also an art. So students, this is how I complete this video. The next session we will see the remaining part of the lesson. Okay.